And now let's tell you what's happening in the United States. Well, elections are around the corner and now US President Joe Biden has made his first address post recovering from COVID-19 and also dropping out of the presidential race. Mr. Biden calls his decision to step down a matter of democracy, endorsing VP Kamala Harris for US presidential race. Mr. Biden called her tough. Now, President Joe Biden said that saving our democracy was more important than any title. This was said during an Oval Office address. Mr. Biden told the US that his painstaking choice to step aside, which only came after weeks of pressure from fellow Democrats, was made with the good of his party and country in mind. Mr. Biden further added that Mrs. Harris is tough, experienced and capable for US presidential post. Take a look at the report. Now, this has come after even US presidential nominee Kamala Harris made her first speech in which she attacked Donald Trump, calling that this is a matter of choice for the United States to choose between chaos and freedom. Take a look at the report.
To tell you the truth, and the truth, the sacred cause of this country is larger than any one of us. And those of us who cherish that cause, cherish it so much, a cause of American democracy itself, must unite to protect it. You know, in recent weeks, it's become clear to me that I need to unite my party in this critical endeavor. I believe my record as president, my leadership in the world, my vision for America's future, all merited a second term. But nothing can come in the way of saving our democracy. That includes personal ambition. So I've decided the best way forward is to pass the torch to a new generation. That's the best way to unite our nation. You know, there is a time and a place for long years of experience in public life. But there's also a time and a place for new voices, fresh voices, yes, younger voices. I've kept my commitment to appoint the first black woman to the Supreme Court of the United States of America. I also kept my commitment to have an administration that looks like America and be a president for all Americans. That's what I've done. I ran for president 4 years ago because I believed and still do that the soul of America was at stake. The very nature of who we are was at stake. And that's still the case. America's an idea stronger than any army, bigger than any ocean, more powerful than any dictator or tyrant. It's the most powerful idea in the history of the world. That idea is that we hold these truths to be self-evident. We're all created equal, endowed by our Creator with certain inalienable rights: life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. We've never fully lived up to it, to this sacred idea. But we've never walked away from it either. And I do not believe the American people will walk away from it now. In just a few months, the American people will choose the course of America's future. I made my choice. I've made my views known. I would like to thank our great Vice President Kamala Harris. She's experienced, she's tough, she's capable. She's been an incredible partner to me and a leader for our country.
For more details, now my colleague Vishal Vivek is also joining me from the newsroom. Vishal, how do you see the Kamala Harris and Donald Trump matchup now that US President Joe Biden is strongly endorsing Kamala Harris for the US presidential post?
So when you talk about the matchup between Trump and Harris, it seems to be an even game right now. A couple of polls have come up, Reuters Ipsos poll and the CNN poll. Both seem to suggest that Harris is, moving up the charts. Particularly the Reuters poll says that Harris has an edge over Trump. On the other hand, CNN poll says that Harris has improved on Biden's previous performances. So it's safe to say that Harris is on the rise. But on the other hand, as far as this speech is concerned, Biden did concede that he's stepping down to save democracy. but he started off his speech by saying that his record as the president has been quite good. That was the first part of the speech where he said that he has performed well in the last term, but he went on to say that but he has to pass the baton to the new generation, in reference to Kamala Harris for sure, because she's about 223 years younger than Biden and has already started rallying support around her, has managed to collect about $100 million in fund. So her rise has been meteoric in the last 2-3 days only, ever since Biden stepped away from the re-election bid. So it will be interesting to see how it matches up in the next few months. It's just about 100 days left before the November 5 election, and the VP, the running mate for Kamala Harris, is yet to be chosen. That will be chosen over the next 2-3 weeks probably. So then we'll have a complete picture of what's in store for the US elections.